Alright, so I'm sick as fuck. So if my voice sounds like hot ass, that's on me, my fault. So I know already I made like 2 videos talking about JoJo's, but that was before I finished part 8. So I didn't really speak my thoughts on it. Now this is going to be a short video since, as I said already, I spoke on JoJo's twice now, and I'm sick, so I'm not trying to talk too much. But to start off, I got to say that part 8 is one of Araki's best works. When it comes to JoJo's, part 8 is my second favorite part. I feel like this is the most bizarre that JoJo's ever been, even surpassing the what the fuck that happened in part 6. The roster of stands are my favorite in this part, but they're not necessarily bad. It's just that some of them didn't hit as much as the stands in like other parts. For example, part 5 had amazing stands like Gold Experience and Sticky Fingers, and part 8 had a fucking GPS. The plot of Jojolion is about Josuke, who shares the same name of the protagonist of part 4, trying to find his identity because he sort of just popped out of nowhere. At first, he was pretty cool to me, but as the story progressed, fuck man, the amount of development this guy goes through is crazy. In my opinion, him and Johnny are like the 2 most well-written JoJo's, and Josuke part 8, who I'm gonna call Gappy, is my favorite JoJo at the time of this video. His stand name is Soft and Wet, named after a Prince song, and the abilities to make soap bubbles, which aren't really bubbles, they're more like a little piece of string that spins so fast makes us fair. You know, like the spin in part 7 and shit. Now, Araki did something similar with Johnny that he did with Josuke, putting them in the lowest spot possible and made them absolute legends by the end of the part. The main Jobro in this part is Yasuo, although in my opinion it should be Mamazuku. She's a pretty sweet girl, and I'm sure there's a lot to speak on her about, but right now I don't know what to say about her. Her stand is pretty modern and cool. I hope she has an appearance in part 9. Josuke gets adopted by the Higashikata house, and then he fights some of the members of the house, like the blind bitch and the maid. The family has a lot of interesting and cool characters, but none of them, and I mean none of them, is touching my dog Joteck. S tier character, S tier human, and S tier introduction. Joteck brought me some of the best moments in part 8, like the amazing stag beetle fight, which was way more hype than it should have been. I mean, like, you know Araki's a genius at writing fights, but he can make a stag beetle fight compared to fights in other series like Naruto and Dragon Ball. Joben for a while played the role of antagonist, but to me he's more of an anti-hero, seeing as how he wanted the best for his family. It's just that he had very villainous ways of going about it. And if you know me, then you would know I fucking love people like that. On the topic of antagonists, similar to the vampires in part 1 and 2, the threat in part 8 is like rock humans. Now if I'm being honest, this whole rock human thing didn't grab my attention at first, but once you get to know more about the rock humans, they're actually kind of cool. Another thing I'd like to speak on is Kira and Joseph Fumi backstory. Now this was amazing. Kira showed up for one backstory, made himself one of my favorite characters ever. These niggas have got to be one of the best duos in JoJo. Like, they just work so well together. Now as to the final arc in part 8, or the climax, well, it was a fucking masterpiece. Now the main antagonist didn't get introduced until like 80 chapters in, but man, it was worth it. Now Toru, not the best, but he's not the worst. I feel like his stand is a better character than him, which is kind of fucked up, but speaking of the stand, the Wonder View is incredible. The stand is almost separate from the user, like character-wise. The main fight in Jojolion felt like it was against the Wonder of You, not against Toru, if you get what I'm saying. Toru's a good character, just that the head doctor or the Wonder of You outshines him. And to me, it feels like the head doctor is the main villain, not Toru. The Wonder of You arc or Endless Calamity arc is one of the strongest peaks you ever had in the JoJo part. From character deaths to hype moments, I got everything I ever wanted in this arc. Also gave me my new favorite panel all of JoJo, titled the Steel Ball Run panel. Now I have a few problems with part 8, one of them being that there are a lot of unfinished plot threads. Correct me if I'm wrong on any of these because I might have missed them, but like, we didn't get to see the background of the wall eyes, we didn't get to see what happened to Holly Joestar, we didn't learn about the bite marks on Josuke, and a whole bunch of other shit. To wrap shit up, Jojolion is an amazing part, and if someone told me it was the best part, then I would be fine with that. The 10 years it took to make part 8 was worth it, seeing as this is one of Araki's best works, and I'm rating Jojolion at 9.8. I hope that part 9 will also be amazing so that the Span trilogy will go down as the best trilogy in all of manga. But I'll have to wait another decade for that shit to be over. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like and sub and join my Discord server if you want to speak about anime manga. Much love and I'm out.